Well, well, well. Here we are yet again. It's a weird time. I know it's a weird time. And, oh boy, I didn't set anything up. It's a weird time. Typically I do these at 2. It is 1, but I said in a community post that I would stream at noon. 4 on 6 is here. What's up, dude? Probably can't stay long. That's totally fine. I'm glad you're here at all. 4 on 6. Joseph Dolph says hi. Aspie Atheist. Hello, everyone. What's up? Elizabeth says hello. What's happening, y'all? Bunch of weird times, I realize. And it's all due to something that never happened. And I was trying to preemptively solve an issue, but it didn't work out that way. Let's see. Same probably not here super long also. Or as well. As well. My chat is blocked by an emoji. Perpetually. I'm glad everybody's here. I'm trying to get stuff set up beforehand. Before we start digging into... Before we start digging... What's up, Sacred Jade? Before we start digging into the game itself. Which I have set up. Yes. So I thought, via a conversation I had with some other people, I thought that... Oh, that's not the right one. I thought that the live stream was going to not exist because of a conversation I had with some band members of mine. I thought we were going to rehearse today, but we're not. So I was trying to preemptively solve that by saying, well, I'll stream for a minute earlier. And, dude, we're both... Joseph says, dude, we're both just starting Stranger of Paradise DLC. We should try to play it together sometime. You ever done a full walkthrough of Final Fantasy VI? Would enjoy watching that. Tony, glad you're here. And Joseph, I saw your comment where you said that we should play Stranger of Paradise sometime. I'll have to get on that. There's a lot of things that I'm working on in the meantime. And that's actually one of the announcements I'm going to make right now, actually. So, the channel is heading in... oh, wait, let me answer Tony first. Sorry. Tony, I've got walkthroughs sort of on the way. They're sort of guides. Funky Lions fans here? No rush, man. I gotta get better at it anyhow. So, the channel's going through some pretty large changes. Well, sort of. So, I'm wanting the channel to be huge and better and... all sorts of fun stuff. Let me switch screens here very swiftly. Let's see. Yeah, as of right now, Tony, there's a ton of walkthroughs. I do have some guides that are gonna come out sometime. It'll be a little bit. However, with all that said, I now have an editor. I will have a social media manager in the next little bit. And I took like a 2-hour workshop on YouTube stuff 2 days ago, and it sort of got me thinking about how I've been releasing content so far, what I'm going to do in the future releasing content, and how I can grow the channel to huge heights. Mindless Meat is here. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon for me, but good morning nonetheless. And so, I'm doing a bit bigger things. All sorts of fun stuff. Tony, do a live blind playthrough. We'll jump in and tell you all you need to know. Yeah, we all know the game pretty well, Tony, so go ahead and stream it. And we'll all hop in and guide you where you need to go. I think that would be super fun. And so, yeah. Lots of fun stuff happening with the channel. I'm actually working on... So the very first video that's going to come out, and it won't be out till June sometime. Tony says, I know there's a ton. I've played it since I was 10. Just enjoy watching this guy. Aw, and would enjoy seeing him play it. That's super nice of you. I don't even know how to respond to that, but that's incredibly nice of you. Thank you. And... So yeah, big changes to the channel. The very first video I'm working on is a Stranger of Paradise video. And it deals with... Well, I don't want to say. But it's massive. And... I'm trying to angle it right, and I'm trying to do the thumbnails right. All sorts of fun stuff, behind the scenes, YouTube stuff. Where are we at in this? We were about to take on Astos, I do believe. Yes. We were about to take on Astos. Shrumhead being the weakest link in this party. I don't even know if I'm prepared or anything. But, and then I'm working on a video of some other stuff later on. I gotta get through Chaos difficulty in order to get good enough to play DLC. Looks like Dark Elf Castle. Yep. Ever play 7th Saga? I did. I have played 7th Saga on Super Nintendo. And I gotta say, not a huge fan of it. Only because the difficulty is outrageous. Like, unnecessarily difficult for... Like, as soon as you get on the world map, you're fighting enemies that can kill you in, like, 3 hits. And... I don't know. It's very difficult. And just not, not too keen on that. Agree, very difficult. The music's weird. The world map has, like, the, Mode 7 for Super Nintendo. And it's... I mean, Mode 7, as I've heard, difficult to pull off back then, but, wow, what do we have? Hold on. I'm gonna temper that guy. I'm not prepared for this fight at all. I'm gonna temper that guy, too. Good first move. I'm glad it wasn't death. That was alright. That was a good first hit. Fighting Astos makes me feel some type of way after playing. Yeah, yeah. Dude, that whole game. Oh boy, I don't have anything I can do. Let's hope it goes down very swiftly. Oh, it missed. I got very nervous. Let's repeat the same. Well, I don't have Null Blaze, so that may be troublesome. Well, he's dead anyway, so who cares? I've been playing Stranger Paradise in preparation for this video, and all of the little, gosh, all of the references, not just to Final Fantasy 1, but you'll see it. I'm working on a thing. Do we have any potions left? Yes, we do. Very good. Does temper stack within it with itself? I know in previous versions it does. I haven't tested it enough on this one to even know. I think it does. I just do it once. I don't want to spend a whole, too many rounds on trying to get... Alright. Well, we're going to run from wolves. Because as I've stated before, we don't like wolves. Temper does stack. There's a few things that stacks on top of each other and sort of works better, but I just do one round and hope it's enough. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually fine. No, we're going to run. Temper, I guess technically Saber would do the same thing. In an interview, the guy said the name of Final Fantasy Origin applies to all Final Fantasy, so it had me making all kinds of connections, especially after watching your videos. Anything with poison in this game is awful. So, you're actually the reason I played at all. Dude, that's super nice of you. So, that's kind of what my video is sort of dealing with, is ultimately how, not only within the game itself, but things outside of, I don't want to reveal too much, but things outside of Stranger Paradise also has a lot to do with creating what I'm calling the Final Fantasy multiverse. Let's see. In the first version of the game, Temper was bugged and so was Saber. All of them have bugs. Weird, strange bugs. I'm going to go ahead and go straight to Matoya. So we can move on. I don't want to fight these guys either. But I've made my red mage attack, which is nice. Yeah. So, working on a huge Stranger Paradise video. It's going to be massive. It's so massive that I haven't even really started scripting it yet. But, I take that back. I've scripted it 3 times and I've hated all of them. Let's see. Plus, look at World of Final Fantasies, so that also makes it super intriguing. And the Dissidia games. It's important to look at all that. Nick's here. What's up, Nick? Sup, dudes and dudettes? What's happening, my friend? I'm running from everything because I don't feel the need. I'll grind later. So yeah, working on some huge stuff. Massive things. Like I said, I've scripted it 3 times. Don't know anything about Dissidia. I know a very small amount, but I'm digging into it. To see if there's any even bigger connections that I'm missing. Because I don't want to miss anything. I really want to do it right. And that's why it's taken me 5 years to make anything about it. And plus, I've been working on thumbnails. I've been talking to the editor. Just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going to attack and auto battle. Playing Octopath 2. Nick, I'm not typically a very jealous man, but I've heard Octopath 2 is amazing. Just as the first one was. I really like the first one a lot. But I can't really talk about it. Because it's not... I mean, I guess it's... Did she just call me not attractive? I don't need you anymore, so be on your way. If you're not as attractive as I thought you'd be. What a mean lady. You have fun with your crazy broom lady. Have fun with your brooms that talk in backward sentences. I don't like you anyway. Knife teeth. What an odd question. Neither? What an odd question to ask. I feel strange. I'm not going to repeat what the question is. If I had to pick one, I don't know. I've had the second one, so I'm going to say that. It wasn't bad at all. I got sidetracked in Chapter 3 on the first one, and Xenoblade 3 came out. Yeah. I imagine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to pick the second one. What a strange thing. Thanks for that question, Knife Teeth. The second one. My wife unlocked the island in Stardew, so I have to unlock all the things there for her. My wife plays Stardew frequently. And she's here in stream. She'll be able to tell you what she's doing in Stardew. I can tell you what we're doing in our co-op. Once a week we do our little co-op thing. What am I even doing? Oh, Jolt Tonic. Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah, we play Stardew. We have a really fun co-op that we do. Haven't unlocked the island yet. I fail at gathering iridium. I do too. I'm not very good at it. And that's okay. That's not a terrible thing. I imagine just not looking either in the right places or... I couldn't tell you. Oh boy. Knife Teeth with the strange... first of all, your avatar is very, very unique. I'm not going to repeat that either. I don't know what's happening, but... okay, here we are. Knife Teeth. I'm afraid to ask you questions, Knife Teeth, but I'm going to. How's your day, Knife Teeth? Let's see, man, that old school FF battle theme hits just right. Yeah, I love it. Just trolling. Love your channel, FF6 forever. Boy, if that's your level of trolling, congrats. That's wonderful. Here's the thing, I'm super into it, but it's very strange. And I'm glad that you love the channel and FF6 forever. I agree. What a weird morning, day, afternoon. What time is it? I don't know. That was phenomenal. I don't know how to answer things, and there's some things on the channel I don't say. Strictly for myself. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Knife teeth. Oh, boy. Things have happened that I never expected to happen. Oh, boy. It gives like 3 to 6 ore per day. I don't know anything about the statue in Stardew because I haven't played it that far. What am I in this castle for? I meant to not go upstairs. I got all sorts of sidetracked with various sentences that has appeared. Oh boy. Elizabeth, you can do that. You can start making your way through there after this here stream. Because I'm probably gonna need like time to rest and recoup after all this. We're about to go blow a huge hole in the world and put a ship through it, which is very exciting. Who says I'm gonna wait? Good point. If you could keep Bannon or General Leo as a permanent party, they both bring things to the table that I love. But General Leo has shock, which attacks all sorts of things on screen. But Bannon has prey, which is a good healing thing for everybody. But you can also equally just cast a cure magic spell and be fine. So I guess General Leo. Shock is a wonderful move. If you like crab rangoon full of cat litter, I got you. Thanks, Knife Teeth. I appreciate it. Very good. After 2 years, maybe 3, Grandpa judges your farm. If you've done good enough, he gives you a statue that gives you just gives you a red more. Doesn't one of Gau's rages you shocked? Maybe. Jonathan, that's a new name in the chat. Wonderful. I'm glad you're here. I would say Leo as well. Shock is nuts. Like mini ultimate. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I meant to not. Okay. I'm losing my brain. Oh boy. Mindless Meat being the next commenter after Knife Teeth's firecracker comment is just perfect. There's lots of things. There's lots of things about this stream that's just perfect, and I'm so glad it's happening. Did you know that I almost waited? I'm weak. Why am I weak? It's 3. I got 3, but I was reading on different things that go into the rating. Elizabeth has good pet friendship. I don't know. I started following the channel a month or so ago and lurked here and there on stream. FF6 is my favorite game of all time. Yeah, Jonathan, glad you're here, man. Super good to have you here. Sometimes I get that a lot where people say, well, I lurked for a while before sort of joining on stream. I get it, but I'm glad that you're here and that you let your voice be heard. We're all huge Final Fantasy VI fans here. I picked Bannon because I like him better as a character. Oh, King is here. What's up, man? Do you like Bannon better as a character? Because he's actually Duncan. Do you know I still get comments on that video? That video is like a year old. And I still get comments. It's like, oh, he can't be because of this certain thing that exists. It's like, dude, it's a theory. Safety first, always. Knife Teeth, that sounds like a fun day. Yes, and I have to agree with Joseph. Safety first. I wonder if red mages can equip the worm killer. I need to sell it later though. For dollars. Doesn't matter. Didn't equip it on him anyway. Let's alter the Earth's topography? I don't know. Oh boy. I'm a musician, and I named one of our records after FF6. Jonathan, that's awesome. And a song on our first record after FFT. That's amazing. I too am a musician. So it's very neat that there's a lot of like crossed wires there. It's super cool. Let's see. Playing Final Fantasy 7 at the moment. My first FF game. Awesome. Which one of the Pixel remasters would you recommend next? If you're playing 7, I'm gonna say 6. Because a lot of things that were in 7 were... Those things were taken from 6 and sort of refined and changed a little bit. So, yeah. Final Fantasy 6 for sure. Oops. Elizabeth, I think I'm skill level 10 in everything except fishing. It's 9. I remember, babe, that you were having a difficult time with fishing. FF6 for sure, or 4? Yeah. Yeah, 4 is probably a decent choice too. I'm still going to say 6, but a secondary being 4, for sure. I say musician loosely. I can't play any instruments. I'm a singer. Oh, fair enough. The voice is still an instrument. Sacred Jade, yes. I play lots of instruments and I sing also. And I do count singing as an instrument, so yeah. So for sure, musician. Heard good things about 6, leaning towards 4 or 1. Because I love that traditional Euro fantasy setting. 6, yeah. It's difficult. Hang on, let me go back and see what you said. There's going to be some specifics that sort of... Playing 7 at the moment. So, Tack, also welcome, and I'm glad you're here. Would you... Well, I guess... Have you played any other Final Fantasies before? Or, I mean, other than 7? That's my question, because, like... That'll sort of guide me in... Did you really enjoy 7? Or were you just kind of like, oh, it's good, but it's not my thing? Nope, 7 is my first. Great. Yeah, I'm still gonna say 6. Because, like, if you're looking for good... decent visuals and looking at... Sorry, I just got a text message from my band. Gosh, where was I going? The way that the houses look and the way that the buildings look, they sort of remind me of, like, what you would think of, like... Oh boy, I don't even know how to go down this train of thought. I shouldn't have said anything. But the way that everything looks, I don't know, everything is very aesthetically pleasing in the game. From the sprites to the way things look, to the way buildings look in towns. I love it all. It all fits really, really well. What did you think of the 7 remake? I just can't get into the combat. I love the graphics and story, obviously, but gameplay sucks. I miss turn-based stuff. I loved 7 Remake because of what it brought to the table that's new. That being said, I don't know if I prefer it over the original 7. That's really difficult, and I'll never be able to pick between the two. I don't mind the combat. I thought the combat was alright. I too miss turn-based stuff a lot. But I don't know that we'll ever get that back in any sort of way that isn't like, oh, play this old game. You remember turn-based stuff? What am I doing? I need this. That's pretty much all I need. And I'll put them on both. Steampunk cross with Euro fantasies. Joseph, yes. 100% steampunk and Euro fantasy, for sure. There's a good chance I end up buying the whole bundle anyway. It's a good choice. It's a really, really good entryway into all 3 of them. Or all 6 of them. All 3 of them. My brain is off. Let's see. I went... Knife Teeth says, I went 4, 1, 6, then 7, and 8. Tried 9, I quit. I'm sorry that you quit. I like the expansion of some of the characters that aren't the main ones. Yeah, for sure. Like... I love how far in depth they went into Jesse's story. That's fantastic. Let's do heal. And let's do that. I can just buy Phoenix Downs and that would be fine. That'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, definitely 6. With 4 immediately after it. I'll buy it. No. Yeah, I'll buy 2. Why not? Hello, JW. What's your band? Well, we've been a band for about 8 years, but it broke up and we're reforming it. But it's just a cover band at the moment. It's a pretty good cover band, I will say. I've been in lots of cover bands, and this one's the best one. We take time and learn everything and, like, EQ our sound right. I don't want to go too far into music stuff, but it's pretty good. Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge were actual characters. Yes, they're actual characters, but they weren't... Like, in Disc 3, it's not talking... Well, I guess it kind of talks about friends and stuff, but they're not main characters, I would say. But the way that they handle it in the remake, I think is really, really well done. No problem, and honestly, 6 and 4 are my favorites. You can't go wrong. Agreed. 6 is my all-time favorite. I have never come up with a good secondary favorite for that. I'll go ahead and get these. Why not? Why not? Is that... Oh, okay. But there's all sorts of new names here today. This is awesome. I'm going to sell a bunch of crap in celebration of all the new names in chat. Look at me sell all this stuff. I did it for you. Awesome. Boy. If the rest of the 7 remake trilogy was as good as the first part, it'll surpass the original. So I have a theory... And it's a theory that I'll bring up later. It's certainly not my own theory, and it's been covered a lot. But it's a theory that the word remake is implied to mean something completely different. And it's a really, really neat theory to sort of think about. And it's more of like the shrouded creatures get in the way of them trying to change things too much. So it's more, not necessarily remake, but more Final Fantasy VII, let's do it again. This time differently. And so, I don't know, it's sort of an interesting way to look at it. I don't know whether it's true or not, but... Joseph Dolph, taking the family to farmer's market. Oh, dude, have a phenomenal time. Joseph, I'm glad you were here, and have a wonderful day. And yes, I'll get in touch with you about playing that game. Oh boy, 9 is amazing. It's 3rd for me of all of FF games. I can never pick number 2. Zack Fair lived, that was different. Yeah. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is like... Oh, so many things, so many ways it could go. And I'm really, really excited to see what ultimately ends up happening. Just discovered your content recently and bought the Pixel Remaster of FF6 and I'm loving it. I'm super glad that you found it, the channel, and I'm super glad that you're playing through 6. It's my favorite game of all time. I absolutely love your comment. Oh, that's super nice. Thank you so much for that. You made me smile like an idiot, so thanks. I've got a lot of new stuff on the way, and it's going to be, I feel, it's going to be bigger and better than what it has been. At least that's the goal. I'm getting close to, like, 2,500 subs, so, I mean, like, I want to do something, I want to grow it even more than it already has, and all that fun stuff. Wait a second. Hold on. How come... Never mind. I'm very confused. Because I have a file here that already has... Boy. I'm going to go to this save file real quick. Because it's farther along, and I don't know why I didn't do that. I wonder if there's a redemption arc for Sephiroth. Does everyone take on Hojo at the end? I don't want to reveal. I don't know. As far as a redemption arc, I don't know what direction they would take it if we sort of did. Let's say we all forgave Sephiroth. Now what? You know, like, what purpose would it solve? Wow. Yeah, again, I'm super confused as to... I don't remember playing ahead, but maybe I did. Let me see what key items I have real quick. Did we defeat... Let me... Well, I won't be able to tell by that. Wow. Did we defeat... We don't have the rod. But let me look real quick in my map and see if we've visited... Not that map. Spoilers. Yeah, I don't want to do spoilers. Okay, we've not been to get the rod yet, so we're going to go there and get the rod. Okay, now I know where we're at. Good gravy. Oof doof, first of all. First of all, phenomenal name. What's your favorite part of Final Fantasy VI? My favorite part? The whole dang thing. But if I had to pick one specific favorite part, it's really just, it's more of an idea than any specific point in the game. It's just the idea that, okay, cool. I don't even think I do have Star Ruby. Oh man, X potions galore. Let's get them. Favorite part of FF6? It's the idea that the enemy wins. It's the idea that the bad guy wins in destroying the planet. And now we have to pick up the pieces. Poor editor me. Brad Hunt, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for showing up. Poor editor me, he got fired. Hope you told him before announcing it in video. That would be a heck of a way to find out you're out of work. Those bits were fun and will be missed. I have not told editor me yet that he doesn't have a job anymore. I never paid him anyway. He's a jerk. He found out via this live stream. Cactus Man, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, I gotta get this giant out of here. I gave him a Star Ruby. He's satiated now. He's good. I never thought about announcing to editor me that he's out of work. I might have to make something that's similar to that in nature. That's brilliant. It was a similar concept to Ocarina of Time if Zelda didn't undo the time at the end. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. That's what I love about it. It's like, and in the game, it doesn't bombard you with super sad music. It does in a little bit, but like right after the world ends, it's just quiet, and all you can hear is the wind howling. And I think it's brilliantly crafted how they dealt with that whole scenario. That's my favorite part about 6. Is not necessarily I can't like point to a moment and say that's it, but it's more of a concept that you have to pick up the pieces after the enemy wins, and like no one knows who else is alive. And I think it's interesting to note, if you really pay attention to it, all the characters that you recruit in Final Fantasy VI are just doing their own thing. All of a sudden, the idea that saving the world was off the table, so they were all focused on other really small things. Terra had an orphanage, or was in an orphanage. Cyan was writing letters to somebody who, you know, didn't know that her boyfriend or whoever was actually not around anymore, and everybody was doing their own thing. And so whenever you recruit, that was strange, whenever you recruit people, you have to sort of re-energize them and say, no, do you remember what we were doing? And it's like, oh yeah. And even Terra's like, I don't want to fight anymore. And it's just such an interesting idea that, yeah, if that were to actually happen, that may be what people actually do, is just sort of like figure out what to do now with these new set of circumstances. You're going to find your own thing to do. Whether it's hanging out with, you know, trying to hold up a house to save a kid, or you still want to save people in some way. And I think that's what everybody was trying to do. They were all still trying to help in their own little way, but not necessarily failed. But it wasn't as big as saving everybody by destroying Kefka, and I think that's my favorite part. What FF team would you use to be able to carry Thief until it becomes Ninja? Good question. I'm a huge fan of... I like really balanced parties. So a lot of physical attacks versus a lot of magic attacks. So I'm a big proponent. I love... Proprietor is what I meant. I love having 2 warriors, white mage, black mage. So if I mean, I would use pretty much the party I have now. So I would use a warrior, a thief, which I think is like the... I don't want to fight wolves. I hate wolves. Which is like the classic FF1 setup, I think. But when I played this, I rolled for my characters and wound up with 2 thieves. How did that work out in that playthrough? Thief, thief, fighter, fighter. Endgame is butter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you've got 2 ninjas and 2 knights, yeah, you're good. It was unfortunate. I'm sure it was. I mean, probably towards end of game, it was probably all right. Because the ninja is a very good class. I just don't like dealing with thieves in order to get 2 ninjas. So I never do. Ghouls. Thief, thief, red mage, black mage. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do well with that party at all. Do I not have a cottage? Okay. That would be the worst party for me. As we saw in last week's stream, red mages and I don't get along very well at all. I suppose I'll say... No. I'm going to save right here. Let's go defeat Lich if we can. Level 27, we should be fine. We should be alright. I'm going to run from these here spiders because I don't like spiders. That's the way the dice rolled. I couldn't do it. I mean, I would have gone through it just because those were the rules that were picked for me, but... Best party in FF1, all white mages. A solo white mage? I'm good. Or solo thief. I don't know how I would handle a solo thief run. Probably not very well. Not very well at all. I hate... Why don't I just turn off encounters and just get to Lich? I'm at a decent enough level, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Oh boy. I forgot how to operate these menus. Now we're flying through it. Now you're playing with power. I think I'm going the wrong direction. Move, bat! Thank you. So yeah, really, really long, rambly story. That's my favorite part of Final Fantasy VI. Is just the idea that all is lost and the enemy wins, and everybody's sort of doing their own thing, and then Celeste comes along and perks them all right up. And then you get to fly in an airship for hours and hours, which you can do in the world of balance, but it's not quite the same. Primarily because the song Searching for Friends isn't playing. These all have monsters attached to them, I just realized. It'll be fine. Square Enix makes you the guy in charge of a new mainline Final Fantasy. What does it look like? Nick. First of all, I will cry like a child. If that ever happened. Secondly, boy, good question. Because I immediately was thinking, like, it would look similar to 16-bit Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games, but that wouldn't sell. And they know that, and I know that. It would sell to a very specific group, but not the, in the way that Square would want their games to go. So, what I would do is, personally, I would continue along with stunning graphics and all that stuff, and then give an option to play the exact same game that you just played, but in 2D Pixel Remaster format. That way you've already played through the game, and you then have an option to play a 2D version of it, using original battle setups, all that sort of stuff. And I just made that up on the spot, so I hope that answer works. Sounds like a fun YouTube video. It may or may not be one in the works I'm actually working on. I think it's like Survivor's Guilt scenario. They all feel bad about not being able to stop Kefka and are trying to pick up the pieces afterwards. It really does. And I don't want to say too much, but I think in real life, Elizabeth and I sort of dealt with a little bit of survivor's guilt because something huge happened in our town that we live in, and quite a few people didn't make it, and we did. And it's like, I don't feel great about that, but also we gotta pick up pieces, like you said, and move on. I wasn't even in town for it. Elizabeth was here at home while it happened, which is scary, but I won't go into it, but it's a thing that really exists. Am I going in any sort of right direction? Not at all. Oh boy. My wife had to deal with something similar. Stay well. You stay well. And thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. That's awesome. Boy, I just went in the same hole I just was. Awesome. It's really hard. It is. And it took... I think she had a worse time with it than I did. I can't answer that for sure, but... it's not easy. It was it was exciting. I can say that now, 18 months later. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you don't feel as guilty now as you did whenever it first happened, which is really good. Again, I don't want to say too much, but it was... And I think I might have mentioned it on some other video or live stream or something, but something terrible happened. Wasn't fun. I'm gonna take a drink. Hang on. Push the Y button for bigger. Oh, yeah, I know. I was just like, oh, crap. I get so into what I'm doing that I get so into what I'm doing, I forget what I'm not doing. I pressed Y and nothing happened. That one? It works backwards as to how I thought. Sorry for the flashing screens. I'm watching playback at the corner of my eye. Oh, I feel a whole different kind of guilt. More like regret now, I guess. Without saying too much, regret. What's the regret about? Without saying specifics. Like, I know what happened. But I don't know if it's my place to bring up what happened for other people. Which world am I in? Okay. I didn't know where I was. I'm sorry about that. Mindless Meat, it was something that I'm in still the wrong area. It was something that I never thought would ever occur, but it did. And some people didn't make it out at all. That's been like a dream experience for me, but now I regret I wasn't out there doing something. I mean, what could you have done? Corn or flour tortillas? I am a fan of both. I love anything that has to do with tortillas. But if you give me, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be really truthful. If you make me a machaca burrito with a corn tortilla on the side, I'm going to be in heaven for about 15 minutes. I love machaca burritos, but I can never find them around here. And now we're going to fight Lich, which is super fun. I do indeed hope I have the right magic spells to deal with Lich at the moment. I'm going to tempt... Oh, I didn't buy any additional magic spells. This is going to be rough. I don't have Null Blaze. Oh, boy. I didn't buy anything. Thank goodness sleep didn't work. I'm just healing anyway. I don't know why. Oh boy. I could. I'm going to go ahead and cast that anyway. Let's go ahead and stack some tempers. Just see if it works. Bro, that sounds amazing. Here in South Texas, machaca burritos are tear-inducing. They will bring you to your knees in ecstasy. I'm sure. I don't live here now. I don't live there now, but I used to live in Arizona. And you want to talk about machaca burritos that'll bring you to your knees. Boy, oh boy. I am a massive fan of machaca burritos, but I cannot find them here at all. Oh boy. Does anyone know where to find the wallpapers that you got for pre-ordering Pixel Remasters? For Switch or for Steam or for PS4? I don't know for sure. But I think they're all in really weird specific areas. Depending upon what platform you got them for. Neat thing about Final Fantasy 1 is if you go into the rooms and look at the map, it removes ceilings. Yes, I did that in the last week's stream. I love that feature. Good hit, Dirt. Good hit, Shrumhead. And somebody's asleep. 2 people, and they woke immediately up. Very good. Let's do the same round. And Lich is done. Celebratory drink of soda. Oh, boy. Unfortunately, this is the only one you do that with. Yes. Well, it opens in the original Final Fantasy 1, and whenever you walk in any room, all the ceilings open up, but you don't have a map, so you can't see it. But it still happens. My physical of the Pixel Remaster from PlayAsia came with codes for the wallpapers. Interesting. I never even saw if I have any wallpapers, so I don't know for sure. Now on to the ice cave. I might actually go... I know I'm going to get the canoe. I might go get class changes first. Before I go to the ice cave. I typically will go to the ice cave, but I'm going to go ahead and get class changes first. Why? I don't know. That's what I feel like doing right now. I'm always trying to change up the way I do things. In FF2 onward, the rooms are other physical areas. Yes. In Final Fantasy 1, it's not like that. I did not mean to go here, and that's okay. I'm going to go straight to Crescent Lake. And my counters are off, so this will be a breeze. I'll get there in no time. There's a lot of, going back to speaking of burritos and tortillas. I'm going to turn encounters back on so I can get some of the enemies here. Any burrito I got from Arizona when I lived in Arizona. I lived about 30 minutes south of Phoenix or so. And I loved it out there, but I'm not a fan of heat, and that's all you get out there. You just live in one giant microwave, and I didn't like it. I loved the sights, though. The sights were interesting. And anybody remember 8-Bit Theater? Oh, yeah. I was a huge fan of 8-Bit Theater. It's been many, many, many years since I've even thought about it, but yes, I loved it. I burned through everyone in about 16.5 hours, and that's brisk for me. I beat... Sacred Jade, are you talking about the... Are you talking about... In 16.5 hours, are you talking about the original for NES? Isn't a floater to get the flying ship in the ice cave? Yes, you do get the... You do get the floater, as it's called in the NES version. The Levistone, you get it in the ice cave, but you don't need the airship to get class change. Oh, the Pixel Remaster. I can beat the Pixel Remaster in about 9 hours. And that's getting everything. Or almost everything. Yes, you don't need the airship to go get class change. And I will show you how in just a moment. I don't feel like buying stuff, but I'm going to. Let's get one of those. And one of those. That's it. far as the magic spells, I don't know. Exit. Never mind. I definitely need that. I guess that's my announcement, really. I'm taking my time. I'm not releasing anything in May. Although I will do something for members, which is super fun. So if you haven't hit the join button yet, please do that. If you don't, nothing changes for you. Everything stays exactly how it's been, but members get just a little bit more. And I'm working on some stuff now for them specifically, which is super fun. I don't want to do that. So you can get to Bahamut without the ship now. No. You still need the airship to get class change. You can just get the rat's tail without getting... maybe I should have said that specifically. Sorry about that. You can't get class change. You can get the rat's tail without the airship. They block getting the exit spell until after class change. Yeah. Just finished a newspaper article for my D&D group. Awesome. Ben's here. Oh my goodness. Ben. Dude. I've been waiting. I meant to get the canoe and I didn't. Steve, I thought you ran off like the coward you are and you wouldn't have run for it. Don't change the subject. Classic. Classic. Ben, supremely glad you're here. You finally made it to a stream. I'm so happy that you're here, my friend. And also, more importantly, I'm gonna... No canoe fail. I know. I get sidetracked, man. It's the brain problems I have. Also, Ben, Soul Brothers. Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning style. Dude, I'm so glad you're here. Everybody welcome Ben. He's been subbed to the channel I think since near the beginning. And it's been just we've talked on Twitter before, we've talked here and there. And massive friend of mine from England. Where am I going? I'm going to get class change. Ben, you got me all kerfuffled. I'm just glad you're here. That's awesome. And Ben, if I had known that you, before I set up my current merch shop, which by the way, click link in the description for Returner's Hideout merch. If I had known that you had your merch shop, I definitely would have went with yours. And I still might. I've been going back and forth on it. But I have to change a whole lot of stuff. I might just get some specific... I might do a members only thing. I don't know yet. Everybody's saying hi to Ben. That's awesome. I love Ben. Talk to me, old man. Yes, I have the thing that you wanted me to get. Hey, Ben. You changed the nappy. I feel strange saying it because I don't have a British accent. And I'm not going to do one right now. But you do what you got to do, my friend. I'll be here. I really feel like this music was different in the Pixel Remaster. This is using the original music. And no, I'm not going to do a British accent. I'm just going to go ahead and preempt that comment now. I can do one. I just don't want to do one right now. Because I'll fail. I didn't prep beforehand. I don't want to offend Ben anyway. So there's that. Monsters? Nope. Just a potion. Good deal. Prove it? Nope. Not doing such a thing. Because it will be awful. If I were to do it right now, it'd be the worst. In Final Fantasy 2, there's a castle you storm, but the music isn't different than normal. So you're fighting with ballroom music in the back. Yes. Oh, as soon as you said that, I started remembering that. I dislike teleport puzzles. Luckily I remembered where to go, but, Yeah, the thing in Final Fantasy 2. I can't remember where that's at. But yeah, I think they fixed it. I'm in a band called The Failsafe, and our tour around the country. And tour around the country and always looking to link up with new bands. Oh, we're all dads and have families, and we don't tour. We're all old and sleepy. I tell you what, though. Send me an email using the email in the description, I think. No, I think I took it out. But it's returnerhideout@gmail.com. Send me an email there, and then I'll tell you roughly where we're at. And see if you've got any touring around that area. Because that'd be neat if we got to play with some... We played with touring bands before. And it was always a really cool experience. It's still that way in the Pixel Remaster. In the PC version. I'll have to check. I cannot remember. I know what you're talking about. I cannot remember specifically what place that was. But yes. I remember thinking it was very odd. I did not heal before this. Well, this fight necessarily isn't bad, but... Oh, well. Dave Carter's here. Hello, Dave Carter. I'm glad you're here. Is it worth playing Final Fantasy 2 as a noob to the series? So, Tack, I hated Final Fantasy 2 very famously on this channel. I trashed it 3 or 4 times. Literally threw it in the trash. But when I played the Pixel Remaster, it made me like it in a way that I didn't expect. So I actually kind of like Final Fantasy 2 right now because of the way the Pixel Remaster handled it. It's more balanced. It's a little bit more fun. If you just play it for the story, it's worth it. But if you just play it for gameplay, the Pixel Remaster is a lot better than the original. I would say don't play the Final Fantasy Origins version. The PSP version's kind of the same way. The Dawn of Souls version for Game Boy Advance is kind of the same way. Stick to the Pixel Remaster, and I think it'll serve you well. But there's extra content in those other versions, so it just depends on if you like extra content or not. I did not. And apparently I should be killed for saying that, but I didn't dig it. I wasn't into it. I really liked FF2. Mindless Meat. I like it now more than I ever did. The constant switch out of last character was annoying. Yes, and I actually have a video about that coming up in the next month or 5. I don't know when that video will ever come out. I've been working on it for a year. Where am I going? Not the right place. There's a lot of video ideas that I've had for like a quarter of a century that I just never did. Interesting, I will consider it. I love the box art, so I wanted to explore the game art behind it. I mean, it's good. It's story-wise, it's a great game. The music is phenomenal, as any Final Fantasy game. It's great. I think it's wonderful. Now. I didn't at first, but just focus on the main 3 and ignore that 4th character. Yeah, until you get Leon. And even then, kind of ignore Leon. He's a weird character anyway. Like, I don't care if you're Maria's brother. You're very wishy-washy, and I don't like it. Let's do a cottage. Yeah, the main 3 characters are great. You can talk to beavers in that game. Why wouldn't you play it? So what did I miss? So Dave, a real quick recap. I'm taking the channel in a massive direction, and so I'm not going to release anything in the month of May. However, I still am releasing things for members of the channel. You hit the join button and join if you feel like it. If you don't, totally fine. Nothing changes on your end. But as a member, you get more content. Or will start getting more content. I'm making that stuff starting this week. But, yeah, all sorts of extra stuff. And I'm making the videos bigger. I'm working with an editor, and soon I'll be working with a social media manager to make the channel grow exponentially, or as much as I humanly can. I have dead characters, and that is not good. And I can't run, and I have no way to bring them back. This is the worst thing that could have humanly happened And I just got to deal with it. Well, that sucks. Now I got to leave. The beavers were... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Those shenanigans... those shenanigans on the river are brutal. Yeah, they are. I usually run if I can't turn encounters off. I never did get him up to where they were, and he was constantly dying in the last fight. Yeah, it's really annoying. The beavers were supposed to be Moogles. In fact, yes, they were. They were supposed to be. I have nothing to heal with, and I can't just leave because... A, I didn't get the exit spell. Oh, because I haven't got class change. Wonderful. So, I'm going to turn... Oh, crap. How's this going to work? I can't just walk out of here. Don't worry, it wasn't too bad. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it wasn't too bad. I'll be joining soon. Dave, you certainly don't have to. There's no pressure to. But if you did, it is heavily appreciated because that directly supports the channel and all that stuff. Mindless meat! Oh my gosh. Thanks so much, man. I got a flame sword. That doesn't do anything. That does something for you, though. Mindless meat. Thanks so much, my friend. That means the world to me. I don't know how I'm going to survive. This is going to be good. Misty Dolphin. Hello, Misty Dolphin. Cracked to the ceiling. No, I know. But after that is a fight that I can't ignore, and I have 2 dead party members. I really should have prepped more. But I didn't. Only channel I have joined. Man, you don't know what that means to me, my friend. That's amazing. Ah. I hate everything right now. I have nothing. Wait, I have healing staff that I can't use. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just get Levistone and leave. Oh, good. Oh, good. Super excited. Thanks, Mindless Meat. I can't get over that. Get out of my sight. I'm not getting any treasures. Let's ensure that... No, not that. I didn't mean that. That. Okay. Oh, this is rough. I believe there's a Phoenix down somewhere around here, but I need 2 of them. And I'm just gonna make it. Just gonna get through it. And your white mage with Dia is dead. Yeah. I'm just getting Levistone and I'm out. What's in here? They're monsters. Ice shield. No Phoenix down. I was really hoping. Dirt is tank. Absolutely, dirt is tank. I mean, we got Levistone, but at what cost? I should be fine. Should be good. Yeah, we're good. So apparently the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster had a game-breaking bug where the world of ruin would revert to the world of balance. Anyone know if that bug was fixed? I don't know. I don't know if it was fixed in these recent versions or not. I heard it was also a really rare bug, because here's the thing. I've made my way through the Pixel Remaster version of 6 a few times, and it's never happened to me. Not one time. I did have a weird bug that happened, but it wasn't anything major. I think it's time to ask, out of 10, your Final Fantasy VII score. Out of 10. FF7's soundtrack? Is that? Or game overall? What I think of Final Fantasy VII. I watched the playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster and that never happened. It didn't happen to me, and I've played through it a few times. But I know that it can happen. Can I use this? No. That's fine. I'm almost done with FF5, so FF6 is next. Congrats on FF6 being next. I wish I could experience it for the first time again. Game overall. Final Fantasy VII game overall. I think it's a fine game. I saw the word score in it. I thought of music. Game overall. I think it's good. Did you see they're setting up Final Fantasy V Fiesta? Oh, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Interesting, though. That's something I've always wanted to do was Job Fiesta. Just started 5 myself. Dave Carter, 5 is great. I love 5, but I'm trying to think of my score for 7. I want your opinion because I'm a massive fan. Ben, I hope you're right. I'm basically marathoning all 6, and I'd rather not have the bug ruining an otherwise perfect marathon. You should be fine. The only bug I had was in the Fanatics Tower. Life 3 worked. I used Life 3 and it brought back members, but they were still dead in the menu. That's really the only thing. Out of 10, Final Fantasy 7. I love 7, I love 7 a lot, but 6 is better to me. I'm gonna give it a solid 8. That's my official score out of 10. FF7 is an 8 out of 10. It's a good game. It's a really good game. But I think I've always thought 6 is the better title, and I'm not really giving my rating based off of the fact that I think 6 is a better title. But while I super enjoyed Final Fantasy 7, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did 6. Or even 4. I guess it's better than 4 to me, but you've nailed it. Although on mine it's an 8.7. Yeah, it's a good 8 out of 10 game. It's good. Excuse me. I had to move. Are there no random encounters? I have them turned off because 2 of my characters are dead. I still need to go through 2, 4, and 5 to even get to 6, so I got a ways to go. 2 is not fun. Misty Dolphin, are you playing the Pixel Remaster or are you playing like originals? If you're playing Pixel Remaster and you still didn't like 2, you're not going to like 2 in any way. Because if you play any other version of 2, it's even worse. I'm going to try to land on the fence. Isn't it so hard? 4 was literally amazing. Yeah, and 6. Oh, 6 is... I mean, everybody knows how I feel about 6. My cats are like, yeah, Final Fantasy 6 is his favorite. You don't have to play through them in order. Each one is a different story. I can understand why you would want to play them in order, but you don't have to. Hans! Oh my goodness. Hans, I love your profile picture, by the way. That's awesome. Tactics is heavily underrated. I feel like everybody needs to play through Tactics. FF2 was a surprise for that soundtrack. Yep. FF2's soundtrack is brilliant. You know what I love about it, and I think I've already talked about it. The world map music is one thing in Final Fantasy 2 that really, really struck me. Because, like, typically world map music is very heroic sounding, and 2's is not. Final Fantasy 2's soundtrack, especially for world map, I'm just going to spend a crap ton of money on stupid stuff. Need a few of these and a few of those. But the world map music is very downtrodden. It's almost like you've been defeated. And I mean, you have been, based off story points. But, I don't know. It's one of my favorite things. 6/3 will always be my favorite. It's fantastic. It's the best game of all time. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm going to butcher it. I don't want to butcher it. Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster win. Tomorrow, I would want one. Most people know about Tactics. It's not really overrated. I feel like it's underrated. I know most people know about it, but it's like Tactics Advance 2 nobody talks about, and check it out. If Tactics, ever Tactics Remaster, you mean, yeah. The War of the Lions, very good. Absolutely. FF2 music is melodramatic. Yeah, it is. Super melodramatic. Now we can go get class change. It's great, though. Well, it's a general consensus that Final Fantasy 6 is among the best game. I think Pixel Remaster gives a chance to put earlier games in a good light. I agree, and I think that's the whole purpose of it. I think that was the whole point, is to bring attention to the first 6 and give people that would not... Normally, you'd have to buy like a $200 console, a retro console that's going to cost more because it's retro. And so they just made it available for everybody, and I love that. Yet people continually say bad things about it. PSP version had some issues, though, mostly how the hardware handled it. Yep. FF2 is a stealth. It's nice. I suppose it is. Espionage game. 007. I always forget how long this wall is, or this room is. Class change, baby. Very good. I'm Cactus Man. Elaborate on Final Fantasy II being a stealth game. I kind of get what you're saying, but I kind of also don't, because my brain's not there, and I can't think very critically at the moment. I play it on Vita. FF2 Solid Snake Time. I play it on Vita. PS5 port of it might happen. Square makes odd decisions. They really do. I'd play it. I'd play it. If it released tomorrow, I'd spend money I don't have on it. For sure. The lack of extra content isn't much of an issue at the end. Although it would be nice if they were also included. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the extra stuff, but I know a lot of people are. I get that comment almost daily about how angry people are that it doesn't have the extra content. And I'm like, I didn't like it to begin with, but I'm glad you did, because somebody has to. Here's a very important question. How happy / upset would you be if they made a Final Fantasy VI remake for PS5? Here's the thing. I would love it if they remade 6 for modern consoles. But I just don't know logistically how it could be pulled off. I'm about halfway, or a third of the way through FF3, but it's hard to tell since I never finished it. FF3 is great. Final Fantasy 3 is up there for me, as far as where it ranks in my games list. What do you think of Mystic Quest? I love Mystic Quest. I'm a huge fan of it. I think everybody should play it. It's a cute little game that should be experienced. As far as Final Fantasy VI being remade, I would love it, but I don't know how they would pull off certain fights. Like, if you think about the Data Luma fight where the thieves come in after he whistles, that's not going to be a surprise if you're fighting on a 3D plane. So, I don't know logistically how they would pull it off. I would like to see it redone if they didn't mess with too much. That's sort of where I stand with that. I would like to see them try to pull it off, and it sounds very threatening, and I don't mean it to. I can see the stealth aspect. You're part of a rebellion. Kind of reminds me of the old school Sonic cartoon. Freedom Fighters. I remember that. FF3 is my favorite. FF3 is great. Just play it after this with FF2, and you'll be gathering keywords, evading knights. I suppose so. I mean, to a degree, yeah. I like the plot of Final Fantasy 3, but the job system. I like the job system okay. I don't know how else they would have pulled it off in 1980 or 1990 as they did. And I think it's fine. It's certainly not Final Fantasy V's job system, or even 10.2's job system. But I don't know, I think it's fair for what it is. Am I healed? Yes. Am I actually healed? Yes. I think it's a fine little thing. Pixel Remaster is finally the first time the original version gets released. Yes. That's one reason why I picked it up immediately. The 3D remake, I don't like at all. I wasn't a fan of how they did it. I don't even know where I'm going right now. Where am I at even? I'll have to think about that. The design choices, I don't like how they separated the original characters at first. And then you had to sort of find them. I didn't like that. There were a lot of things about the version of 3 that we got that I didn't like at all. Oh yeah, the dancer will tell you. I just made a video about that. I just put out a video about how the dancer knows everything. Oh, she's not saying anything. I don't want to dance, dancer. Everyone took about 7 hours before time leveling. 2 took 10. An hour of grinding to power up for the final boss. I can normally do Final Fantasy 1, like I said earlier, in about 9 hours. In a normal game with encounters on and everything. Final Fantasy 2 took me, I think, about 17 hours. What key items do I have? Hang on. I have the Levistone. Oh, I'm going to the mountain. I'm going to Volcano. That's where I'm going. Let's fly through this stupid place real quick. Let's... Hang on. Hang on. I don't have any of that yet. That'll be fine. FF3 Pixel Remaster offers a nice balance while also actually respecting your time. God bless saving everywhere and making half the jobs more useful. I haven't made my way... Why did I go back upstairs? Fantastic. I haven't made my way completely through 3 Pixel Remaster primarily because I'm working on videos for it. Or might be working on videos for it. I don't know yet. Also another... Yeah, the soundtrack is amazing. I think that's for any Final Fantasy game, man. All the soundtracks are ultra good. Nobuo Uematsu is a genius. Final Fantasy 3, I'm around the point where you're looking for the water crystal about 3 hours in. Did you already do the thing? I'm trying to think. Did you already do the thing about 3 hours in? Did you already get Nepto's eye? And you had to put it back into the dragon in order to... I don't want to fight monsters. I can't remember. It's been a little while. I have notes. They're over there somewhere. Do you use a quick leveling on the Pixel Remasters or refuse to accept that and play originally? Right now I'm using 4 times experience in Gil. Just because I want to make my way through it very quickly. I use quick leveling. Yeah. Oh, you did Nepto's eye ages ago. Okay, and then I don't know. It's been such a long time. Boy, what was I looking for? Yeah, I'm using 4 times experience in gold. What level am I at? 33? I'm alright. This is okay. Nope. There's a dragon eye that you have to cast minion on yourself and go to the socket. Yes. I think Misty Dolphin said that happened a long time ago. The Nepto's eye bit. I think it's kind of heartwarming that people who play 14 instantly notice that half the tracks are taken from Final Fantasy 3. It's a massive soundtrack and it's fantastic. One of my favorite, well, I won't say my favorite, but one of my all-time favorite Final Fantasy tracks is from that game. And it is, I forget what it's called. The Boundless Ocean. That song to me is just perfect. Crystal Tower theme is apparently inspired from Soken's version of Final Fantasy 14. You must do 100 press-ups per night to bring the balance to the force. I don't have time to do 100 push-ups per night. I'm lucky if I do 5. Oh, monsters! I forgot. I had a response to everything, but they just left my head, and I apologize. Boy, I don't like it. I played 3 Remake on 3DS, but never went further than Garuda. I'm like an hour or 2 before that, if I recall correctly. I haven't played it since... I haven't finished it since it came out for DS. And that was in 06? That sounds about right. So yeah, it's been a hefty amount of time, and I don't recall everything, truth be told. I remember it was all right though, but I really wanted to play the 2D version. I'm gonna ignore that fella. He'll be all right. Did you go into the cave to get the ice horn? Oh yes. Did you do the? I feel like that happened not too long after the Nepto's eye bit. I can't remember. Well, because then he steals him again. He follows you. His shadow follows you and steals the other one. I'm not getting any treasure. Let's just get through. Merilith will be an easy fight. That is not the right room. Groudon 3D Remake is just unfair. Bosses act twice per turn, and it's normal. They act twice per turn in the original also. In the original NES version. I can't remember if they do that in the Pixel Remaster or not, but... Favorite Guardian Force? Oh, the mini-map in corner shades of brown are giving me OG Game Boy. Yeah. Favorite Guardian Force? Oh, gosh. Ben, asking the questions. Who's your favorite FF character of all time and why? No cop-outs. Okay, no cop-out. Challenge accepted, Ben. Favorite Guardian Force. All right, favorite Guardian Force. I don't know if I have a favorite Guardian Force. I don't know that I have one. Because 8 is not one of my favorites. I like Rydia, but at this point, who doesn't? Yeah, I like Rydia a lot. Guardian Force, I don't know any of them. Brothers, yeah. Are you going to turn random encounters back on or no? Not yet. I will soon. I'm just trying to get through certain parts. I don't know. I don't have a favorite Guardian Force, truth be told. So pick any of them, and that will be the right answer. I think all of them offer something different. I did not realize I was as weak as I was. Quetzalcoatl. Pick one. Shiva? That's nice. Favorite character of all time and why? Okay, that one's going to require a bit more thought. I'm going to try to talk my way through this because I have no clue. Do you plan to stream... Do you have a plan to stream Final Fantasy 3 this time? You can try using random jobs. I would love to do that, actually. And yeah, that will definitely be in the plans. I don't know when, but sure. Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be neat. Character of all time. I really like Terra a whole lot. I feel like she's up there as far as my favorite characters, but there's a reason for it. It's not just because, like, oh, green-haired lady, that's awesome. It's more of, there's a lot that ties in with, and I haven't done anything with it yet, but there's a lot with her specifically that ties into the brand. And if you go and look at the Returner's Hideout channel banner, the white screen with the blue and purple dust particles, and it says where Final Fantasy fans flock. If you look on that, you'll see hidden in the background a hidden number. Start there, and you'll figure out why Terra is my favorite. Well, that's a starting point. I haven't revealed the rest of it. Gotta say the no encounters cheat definitely made tedious backtracking loads easier. Yes. I'll come over there and we can go for a beer and you'll reveal it. Yeah. Terra's absolutely your favorite character. Yes. I don't know. I really resonated with her a lot. As a child. As an adult, I don't know. Baram. I really like Baram. This is not the right place. Gosh, dude, I don't know. Kane? I really like Kane from Final Fantasy IV. Like, he's up there too. Kane is up there. I wish I had that for FF2 played on PC. That's where I beat all the Pixel Remasters first. I beat them on PC. And then whenever the Switch version came out, I was like, and then they revealed there's no encounter rates. And now I wish every Final Fantasy ever had no encounters. I hope everybody goes and looks for that hidden number that's on. I really like Auron. Auron's an amazing character. You're very correct. I didn't bring anything as per normal. That's fine. Okay, who's the best villain of all games? Ben. Best villain of all games. You're racking my brain. And I think Kefka is way up there. Truth be told. Let's do another one. Yeah. I have no spells to use, but it's fine. Kefka, no contest. Yeah. Kefka's an amazing villain. Side note, really wish I'd known about the map option pointing out chest locations when I was going through Final Fantasy 1. Would have made getting... Yeah, if you go into a room, they highlight, or you can see all the chests. I believe I'll update the game on Steam later. I heard that SteamDB page of Pixel Remaster gets updated. Vargas is here. Hello, Vargas. I'm glad that you're here, my friend. It gets updated with various beta builds recently. I will have to check it out, because I would really like it if they did update it and have all the same things that the console versions have. Wow, that's a powerful hit, Merilith. Vargas is here. Hello. Another temper. Nope. We're just gonna go. You just keep on healing. And we'll just keep on casting that. And we'll just auto battle our lives away, and here we sit. Kefka, he's absolutely brutal in every word, in every meaning of the word brutal. It's yeah, I don't know. Vargas, really quickly, let me catch up to speed. First of all, last week I announced that I have memberships for the channel, so if you feel like doing that, if you feel like being generous in that way, please do that. No pressure. If not, nothing changes, but I'm currently working on extra content for members. And secondly, I'm taking some time throughout this month to make bigger and better videos for the channel, because there's a certain direction I want the channel to go in, and in order for me to do that, I got to put a ton of work into some stuff. I now have an editor, potentially a social media manager, so we're all working very heavily on making the best content we can from next month on. But I'm still making members extra content and stuff. Now you're up to date. There are many similarities between Kefka and Sephiroth, but Kefka's is so much better. Yeah, I think Sephiroth is too whiny to be too much of a threat. While he does, and here's the difference. While Sephiroth does cast Meteor in order to destroy the world, I'm sorry, Sephiroth casts Meteor to destroy the world. Kefka does it by his own will, and he wants to see to it personally that all sorts of terrible things happen. That's my take on it, anyway. Sephiroth. Sephiroth is alright. He's a whiny boy. He's a mama's boy. And while typically I would say there's nothing wrong with that, in this case, a little bit. Let's say who would win in a fight. Oh, Kefka would win, hands down. I'll consider a membership. I understand, make it big. I'll accomplish your goals and make it big. I super appreciate that, man. I'm really trying. And I mean, I'm not going to deny that the channel is growing already, and it's massive, and I really love that. But I think it could, I could do even better things if I really put time into it. I've completely forgotten what I'm doing. Let's go buy some stuff. Talking about your favorite Final Fantasy games is apparently more intense than politics. You're right. And it should be that way. Sephiroth, yeah. Sephiroth's a mama's boy. Although, in the remake, he seems to be pretty cool. So, I'll give him that. There's lightning detected in my area. Sold. Sephiroth talks more about his mom than any nerd in his basement. And that's sad. Because I am a nerd in the basement talking about his mom all the time. I love my mom. Both of my parents are awesome. You should go to the town with the fairy pond in the mountains. I will as soon as I get the fairy to be released in that pond. Which I just bought. So we'll be good. Boy, and I've forgotten. Is it this one over here? I just did a playthrough of this game recently. I believe it's this one. Locke is still mine. Yeah, it's this town. Locke's a great character. My mom is currently hospitalized. Dude, Hans, for what? You don't have to say, but I'm so sorry to hear that. My mom, too, was recently hospitalized. She broke both of her ankles, and it was awful. Let's do a bit of that. Why not? I'm sorry that your mom was hospitalized. I hope everything's okay. Shop Monkey. That's a new name. I haven't seen that one before. What's up, Shop Monkey? Yeah, sure. We'll buy that. Why not? Yeah, you certainly don't have to say what if it's sensitive stuff, but yeah, that's awful. When my mom was in hospital, I was very upset. Wait, am I making a mistake? No. I can only afford 3 of them. Oh, it'll be fine. What up? Hadn't made a live stream before. Well, welcome to it. This is it. I hope it's all right. Next thing is Mermaid and the Rosetta Stone. Yeah, heading in that direction. Your videos are class. As a creator myself, the amount of time you put into it is completely worth follow. Thanks so much, Ben. I really hope that it is, because sometimes my brain doesn't think it is. That's only cat claws. I don't need those. So I will spend the money on these. And then sell everything, and I can afford other things. Wait, why did I get 3 of them? Hold on. That's why. Let's see. Final Fantasy becomes my source of solace when also taking care of her. Yeah, take some time and also, like, take care of yourself, too. Because, like, it can become super overwhelming. Also wish I was as skilled as you in terms of editing. It just takes forever. That's all. There's nothing special. And also, I have an editor now, so you can. I'll reveal names and stuff as time goes on. But for now, I have an editor, and we'll just see how it all works out. I'm very excited myself. I don't want to sell the healing thing, and I hope I didn't sell my gauntlets yet, because I need to keep those. Good, I didn't. We're good. Jay's here. Thank you. Let's see. Wow, I am sorry to hear about y'all's moms. And my mom's okay now. Her ankles are fully healed, and she's pretty much back to normal. Love the channel. It's full of nostalgia for this old 80s kid. That's the whole reason I started it. Let's see. I was looking at your banner for a number in the dust longer than I would like to admit. It is just a light number on the side. Yes. Jay, it's going all right. It's going all right. Jay, how are things going on your end? I got some money now. Church just got out. Well, I'm glad you made it. I know I started it an hour earlier than I normally do, but it was due to some funny things that I thought were going to happen that didn't, and I've already bought magic spells, so we're good. Let us see. I forgot about the 2 magic spells that I probably can't afford up here. I wish FF3 had a chance to be released much earlier, like 1 and 2. The fact that it missed pretty much any re-release. I agree. It was going to be remade for WonderSwan, which I don't even know if we got over here, but... And then it also kind of fell through. That'll be alright. Yeah, but didn't you say you were going to start it at 1,000? Start what at 1,000? Mindless meat. I'm very confused. I probably did. There's a lot of things I said I was going to do that never happened. I have ADHD and I'm always questioning myself to the end level. Editing is weird. 10 a.m. Oh. I thought noon for me. Yes, I said I was going to do it, started at noon, and then some stuff, like I said, some stuff happened that didn't, and then it was an hour late after that anyway, so who knows, man. You have an editor where share their details. Yes, I will. Just not quite yet. It's unfortunately a Famicom exclusive. Connor's here. Hello. I'm glad everybody's here. This is awesome. Yes, I have an editor and a social media manager also, but in the future. If you need a feature film edited, I'm your guy. Awesome. I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. I've actually got a thing I was thinking about making this morning, not related to Final Fantasy at all, but just like a thing in general. So I might be getting a hold of you for some stuff. Even on Famicom, FF3 was pretty insane. There were only a few games with 512 kilobyte cartridges. Yeah, there wasn't... Oh gosh, it wasn't Mario 3 one of those games that required like some kind of extra chip or something? Because it had something... Boy, I'm great at remembering things. Yes, I have an editor now, and I'm working with her very closely as to sort of my editing style. I don't want to stray too far from it because, like, that's one of the things that people point out the most in my videos is how my editing is. But I also gave her full creative control as to adding her own little flares and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Lightning detected in your area. So we'll see. I'm actually really excited about it. For those of you who haven't been here, except for just now, videos are coming out in June. In May, it's going to be a little quiet, except for members. I'm working on extra stuff for members. So if you haven't signed up to be a member yet, give it some thought. And if you choose not to, completely fine. There's no pressure at all. That's just something that I decided to make happen. Where are the treasures? Way down there. Just for people that wanted some extra stuff from me, that's all. No big deal. I went the wrong way. Oh boy, I think it was Donkey Kong on N64 that had no noticeable weight difference. Yes, that was... It needed the expansion pack or something. I can't remember. I actually work in film industry. Holy moly. I don't know if I don't know if I'd be good at feature linked YouTube video. Well, I mean, editing is still editing, and storytelling is still storytelling, regardless of the medium. So, social media. What are the handles? None as of yet. That's actually the first assignment of the social media manager. I did used to have an Instagram and some other stuff, but actually, I'll tell you what. Actually, if you're a fan of Reddit, there is a subreddit, although it's very quiet. Primarily because I have zero time, and that's why I've got a social media manager to begin with. But it's r/the Returner's Hideout. Check that out. That's the only thing I got currently. And Javon is currently running a Discord that I will open up to members exclusively. And it's my fault that it hasn't been announced yet. I got some diamond armor. Let's see. I write a lot of short stories for fun. I think it's kind of silly that you have to land your airship in a very specific patch of grass and walk all the way, because you cannot land it anywhere near town. I think they did that on purpose to be more difficult. You have to get into more fights. And on the NES, more fights equaled more resources used. I don't know. It needs to be the same as you're currently doing. Yes, r/the Returner's Hideout on Reddit. There's like 5 posts from 6 months ago, but it's there. So go give that a follow. I don't know. I don't remember if I need to be going up or down. I don't remember. The opal armor, yeah. I believe I just came from this direction, but we're gonna... Yep, sure did. Alright. We're gonna go down. My brain gets very lost in all this. Mindless Meat. I joined. Awesome. I've got someone that is... will be working on content for stuff in the near future. My wife and I are taking a vacation in mid-June, and after that, I'll be focusing pretty hardcore on getting other things lined up for the channel. Like I said, just a lot going on, and I'm overwhelmed all the time. So, trying to get everything straightened out to where the community grows, the channel grows, everything grows, and we're all doing well. That's what I want. This is where I was stuck last time he streamed. Yeah, it's stupid. The funny thing about the airship to me is that it is boat-shaped. Yeah. Pixel Remaster really flexed their water effects. Oh, I love it. There's a few different points where I just stare at the water. I really love it a lot. It's a lot of money in this area I forgot about. Wrong way. Yep, I don't know. Working on things constantly. And almost thought about having just a really quick live stream where I was just going to say words and that was going to be it. But my wife was like, no. Go ahead and do your normal thing. And I'm really glad I did. I'm super glad I did. Wait, did I not buy it? Of course I didn't buy the exit spell. Why would I? Why would I make things easier for myself? Good job, me. I need to find... Okay. Wait. No. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. It's a silly way to get through. It's fine. Oh boy. I'm failing in front of my friends and this is not going well. I don't think that's the right way either. Oh, it is. Good. What? You're PTO at this game. Pretty terrible, old boy. I know, man. You don't gotta tell me. I already know. That's what my brain says anyway. I'm also... I don't know. I love having encounters off. Because this is the first time I get to, like... explore things as I want to. I just really want to get to Kraken. That's all. There's nothing over there. How many hours am I into this thing? 3. Oh boy. I didn't remember it. I didn't know if that was the staircase that led to... Alright. Appreciate the dungeons. I do to a degree. I kind of appreciate the dungeons. In the first couple of Final Fantasies, they're made to just be annoying and a reason to run your resources down. And that's it, I feel. That's all I figure they're there for. To make the game harder and longer. Don't take it any further than that. YouTube will strike me down. More difficult. And whatever. I enjoyed Final Fantasy 2, but those dungeons... Yeah, the dungeons are rough. There's a charm to that, though. I suppose. In my cynical mind, it's really dumb, and I hate it. But in my sentimental mind, I adore it. So I kind of have... Oh, boy, this can go wrong very swiftly. No, I've got protect rings. I'm fine. Annoying dungeon, the FF2 with all those empty rooms and everybody thought. And the empty rooms have ultra stupid high encounter rates in the original, which made it even better. So in the guides I'm making for the games, I'm gonna highlight which rooms to not go in. Now I'm bad at typing. Going left at the top of Mermaid Town is pro. No, I don't feel as if it's pro, but to be a lover of RPGs, you have to be a bit of a masochist. Yeah, you're right. No, Cactus Man, there's nothing pro here. Just a guy that's claims he knows what he's doing, and then when in front of an audience, fails horrifically. That's me. And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sneeze snakes. Good. Actually, this... Let's not do this. This is really annoying to just attack through this whole thing. To be a lover... Jay, to go along with what you're saying, to be a lover of the Final Fantasy series, you have to be a bit of a masochist. Let's do a healing staff. Wait. What else do I have? Let's do that for fun. Let's do this for fun. And let's do this for... Nope. Let's do this for fun. Alright. The guy I watched play Final Fantasy VI recently, his channel name is I'm Not Great. That's wonderful. I love how he, like, played into it. Dude, streaming and talking at the same time is... there's an art form to it that I'm not familiar with. And I will fully admit that until the day I die. It's hard to do. And I feel like I'm just juggling constantly. I honestly love 1, 2, 5, and 6. You don't like... Jay, you don't like 3 very much? Or 4? Those completely fair things to say, but I'm wondering why. I love 3 and 4. They're certainly not my all-time favorites, but they're up there. I love all of them for different things. Except for 6. I love 6 for all things. Because it's just the best game ever made. Kraken. I'm gonna die. Man, I'm loving 4 right now. 4 and 6 were the ones... only ones available in the 90s, yes. Mystic Quest was also. 4 was the one that solidified my love for the franchise, but everyone has their faves. 3 is good, but you don't care. But and I don't like 4. Cannot wait for 6. I'll play through 6 eventually on stream, and you'll probably see me... What I want to do is a really long live stream where I play through 6, and I'm going to have headphones on, and I'll cry the whole time. I appreciate them for what they are. That's how I feel about it. I definitely love them for their own separate things individually, except for 6. Boy, I didn't prepare. How many times have I said that on the past 2 streams? I didn't prepare for this. Of course you didn't. Why would you ever? Don't ink me, boy. We should be good and stacked up now. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and start healing. Whoa, I completely lied. Good hit. Good hit, boy. All right. Let's just repeat that. That's great. I'm not playing them in... But I'm not playing them in my free time. If I have a choice with other FF games. Are we done? Okay. We're still at full health. Wonderful. 6 is GOAT. Starts with the intro. Oh, every time. Every time. Cactus Man. I will cry like an infant. Just hearing that music and watching the Magitech armor sort of lumber towards Narshe, dude. I'll cry every time. That game is the world to me, and I probably shouldn't get so emotional over the Final Fantasy series, but dude, I will proudly proclaim that I will cry like an infant anytime it's mentioned. And it cannot be helped, nor stopped, and nor would I want it to. Let's go get a warp cube. The thing that got me into Final Fantasy was the Amano art for 6. Any of Amano... I can't talk. Any of Amano's art is incredible, and I completely understand that. What level am I at currently? 30. Ugh. I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding. Get the exit spell. Oh, you're right. I will get the exit spell. I can't believe I didn't get the exit spell. After I got class change. Whoopsie daisy. I forgot. Did you forget? Happened to me. Final Fantasy was the right thing at the right time, and nobody else has really been able to catch that lightning in a bottle. Agreed. I'm going to do the same exact setup I just used on Kraken. It did sort of come out at the right time. I'm glad it came out. I'm glad that it happened. Wow, I didn't expect that to happen. I'm glad that it happened just after the first Dragon Quest came out. And not before it. And it seems silly, but I just wonder... Which, do I have any? I have one. Good. I just wonder if it would have been successful, if it came out before Dragon Quest. Surely it would have been, but I don't know. You say that, but you're going to forget right after the cave. Yeah. I need to get into Dragon Quest. I do too. I've only played a few of them. And Mindless Meat, you're probably correct. I believe the Defender is the second best weapon that the Red Mage can equip, if I'm not mistaken. I do so believe. I'm going to get the exit spell right after I leave here. I've always wanted to, but I don't know where to start. 1 through 3, Javon, 1 through 3 is on Switch now. 1, 2, and 3 are. If you're needing a place to start. I would probably say with the beginning of it. That's where I would start anyway. And they're sort of remade and redone a little bit. They're alright. I've played through them recently. They're pretty good. I might start with 8 because it looks so good. 8 looks very good. Although I've heard the newest one is incredible, but it takes a very long time to get through. But I don't know for sure. While I do love what I've played of the Dragon Quest games, I'm a Final Fantasy nut, so... Dragon Quest is a great series, at least the first 6 and 8. 7 was kind of a slow grind for me, but it had a decent story. I may play those after I finish all the FF games. Dragon Quest is like Final Fantasy in a lot of ways, but Dragon Quest focuses on the story and its different towns, while FF is more... Yeah, well, you say overarching story in the Final Fantasy series. Because each one are contained in a different way. I didn't beat it, but Dragon Quest 11 was cool. They have a 2D mode. That is neat. I was just saying that if I were to make the newest Final Fantasy game, I would make it like current gen graphics, super nice, and then I would offer like a pixel version of it after you beat it. 2D version of it. Like you beat it, and then it's unlocked that you now have the 2D version to go through. But like there's little subtle differences. And this is not the right place. And those subtle differences are keys to a even bigger story. I just made all that up. The last part anyway, I made up. Is it in Crescent Lake? I don't remember. You can't land on a fence post. I've already tried that earlier and it failed miserably. Yes! We have it. Wonderful. Now I'm going to actually buy items I need. Instead of pretending like I know what I need and having no clue. In all actuality, I should have a pretty good amount of money. I have a little bit. I'm gonna need some gold needles. Let's do that. I'll never use them all. Okay. Let's see. Each FF Final Fantasy each have their own stories, but Dragon Quest towns all have separate stories instead of focusing on a large linear story. I see. I mean, I don't know. That's a series I need to get into. I'm not in tune with it at the moment. It's more of a cozy adventure game. Dragon Quest 11 is currently on Steam on sale. I'll have to check it out. I can't spend any money right now, but I'll probably do it anyway. And then I'll buy it, and I'll never have time for it, and I'll say, why didn't I just wait? Welcome to my life. I got the Warp Cube, so let's go. I need to actually turn encounters on for this. Because, no. Wait a minute. I've got to go to Dr. Un in Melman first. Because I got the Rosetta Stone. Teach me a language. Let me see that tablet. Oh, Dirt, you are a strong boy. Come on. There's a unique rare monster in the Air City that is part of the completion of this game. Yeah. I know. And I'm nowhere near the level I need to be to fight him. I did not want to walk back into town. Thank you, weird Switch controller problems. I really appreciate it. Alright, there's our next target. And here's where we're going to land. And I'm going to save it right here. And this is where I'm going to end stream. But if you really feel like sponsoring the channel and helping the channel in any way, consider being a member. I'm working on a ridiculous advertisement for it currently. And if you don't feel like being a member, that's totally fine. I love you the same. And nothing changes. But anyway. Yeah, be looking out for some really over-the-top videos in the future. Nothing on... The only thing that will happen in May is for members only, as I'm preparing for June's releases, because new editor, new people involved. I have a team now. So that's neat. But I love you all, and I'll announce all team members later. Love you all. And have a wonderful day. And next week we will pick up from here. If I'm able to stream that day, I'll have to talk about it later. But, yeah, that's it. I'm glad you guys were here. I'm glad I was here. I'm glad everybody was here. And, that's all I got. So, bye.